Hello and welcome to the kitchen. My name is Honey LaBronx and yes, I'm vegan. So glad you noticed. Today I have two very special guests for you. I'm not going to tell you who they are. I'm going to let them do that. They should be here any minute. Any minute. Jasmin singer, Mariann Sullivan from our hen house.
We're here, we're so excited.
Oh my god.
I can't wait. We love
I'm
you.
so happy to have you here. This is gonna be a bona fide love fest.
A love fest indeed. In fact, I have heard that your mic is strategically pressed in your bosom.
Yes.
Is that true? Because I was hoping to do the entire show like this.
Stop hogging the mic.
Sorry about that. There's enough to go around, ladies. I learned this from Linda Tripp.
I could do it too, but it's not nearly as impressive.
I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah.
Oh,
so, what did you bring for us today?
We're so excited to be coming from our hen house to your hen house today.
Yes, indeed.
And we are going to make a kale salad with massaged kale.
Ooh.
And it's going to be fabulous. We love kale.
Okay, so Mariann, you're going to show us what to do.
yes, we're not really measurers. So I'm just going to take it step by step and add what I think is going to taste good. And I think when it comes to dressing, that's a really important thing to do because everybody likes it to taste a little different. I don't like really sour dressings and some people like it really, really tart. And I have to say that this dressing was inspired by the work of Christy Morgan, one of our favorite,
the
Christy
Blissful
Morgan.
chef.
Okay.
She wrote a book called Blissful Bites. This is not one of her recipes, but the beauty of her recipes and what I love about good recipes is that they allow you to then become creative and really just decide for yourself how you want to, in my case, Jasminify it, in your case, honeyify it. So, and
we're going to dateify it.
We're going to dateify it. We have two secret ingredients to this that are going to change your life.
My life desperately needs changing.
It's about to become completely.
It's going to be so much better.
Mind-blowing.
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. What?
Tell Honey about the tahini.
Well, we found this tahini. It was as a result of Eric Marcus's advice. He runs the website vegan.com. And he said anybody who eats tahini has to order this tahini from Amazon.com, which is one place you can get it. It's actually from Lebanon. It's the original stuff.
It says tahina.
I know, it says tahina. Isn't that
Tahina
crazy?
is Latin for tahini's sister. Tahini's
and
little
the
sister.
brand is Al-Wadi, Al-Akhdar. It's fun to say. So we start off actually with the juice of 2 lemons.
Juice of 2
Put
lemons?
that in your blender. Actually, we're not really using anything that absolutely requires a blender today. We're not putting in any hard green ingredients, but it blends up more nicely in the blender.
Okay. Okay, so that's juice of...
2 lemons.
2 lemons.
You can also use vinegar. You know, anything sour to give it that tartness.
Okay.
And then we'll add, I'm going to try 3 tablespoons of the tahini, or tahina. It's so important to have healthy fats in your diet, especially when you're eating greens. They help you absorb the nutrients. You know, I'm going to go for a 4th.
Ah, do it.
You could, of course, use any kind of tahini, but this is the best kind to use. But if you don't have tahini in the house, you could also use a nut butter.
Now I'm going to add a nice big spoonful of miso.
Miso pretty.
Miso hungry.
Miso.
And then this was our surprise ingredient. When we ordered our Al-Wadi tahina,
Tahini's sister.
you know how Amazon is, they always try to sell you some other thing, get this together? Well, they did, and it was called date molasses, and we were like, well, hell.
I was ready for you to say
Come on.
something else. I'm sorry. Proceed. It was called date what now?
Molasses.
Date molasses.
But if you don't have that, you could, of course, use maple syrup, which is something that Christy talks about.
And I'm just going to add 1 tablespoon of
Christy.
this. And
Okay.
I like my salad dressing a little sweet.
Me too.
Okay.
All right, so we put on our food processor.
I'm so excited about this part.
All right, honey, I'm going to want you to do a taste test. It's okay. It's okay.
I was lip syncing.
I think that we need to taste it.
Yeah, I
Oh
think we
my
do.
God, Marie. Okay.
Here's a spoon.
Okay.
Yeah, give it a
Oh
try.
my God.
What do you
I'm going
think?
to try it too.
From
Because we can always add and subtract.
toast to tahina.
Tahina. That's divine. What do you think?
I could cry right now.
So once we add the kale.
Ooh,
Do you want to talk about kale and how did you make it come to be in these little beautiful pieces?
Kale, the miracle of kale. All you have to do
Let him have it.
is take it with your thumb, pull it down, and you've got a handful, and the stem comes off here, and you've got a handful of leaves. You don't just chop it. You grab it with your hand, you run your thumb along it, and the leaves just come off and leave you with the stem.
Can I have one?
A stem?
Yeah, no,
Yes,
a thing.
a leaf.
That strips about as fast as me the second I finish doing this show. Ah! So you hold it here with your little leaf press on this side, pointing up, so that when you're done,
You have a handful of kale.
a handful of kale.
It's a miracle.
Look at that.
It's beautiful. You've got to have kale. You've got to have tahini,
You gotta have tahini.
nutritional yeast.
But you got to have friends. The feeling's so strong. You got to have friends. Ooh, to make that day last long, had some friends, but they're gone. Yeah, someone came and took them away. I'm just gonna
We're just gonna make our kale now.
wash my hands.
I'm gonna rip the kale more.
Can we get back to the food?
Yeah.
Back to the food.
Food, kale, sorry.
So there's
We're
that.
here for.
There you have a big bowl of beautiful kale.
It's big now.
And now you have your big little thing of delicious dressing that Mariann made.
Oh, it's so
The
good.
next part is a wonderful part for your finger muscles, and we like to use our finger muscles. I don't know what that meant.
I don't want to go into that.
We'll go with it.
When you massage the kale, it sort of cooks the
Yes.
kale. You actually rub the dressing into the leaves, and it wilts them, and you'll be shocked how small this gets. This will go like from here, from this, to like Cocoa
To
Peru.
nothing.
From Varlagine to Cocoa Peru. You'll see, you'll see.
Mariann, why don't you start massaging
I'll
it?
start massaging.
So I put some of the kale in this big beautiful bowl. We're gonna now put the
And-
dressing in it.
Unlike most salads, as a result of the need to massage, you don't want to add all of your ingredients before you add your dressing.
Okay.
Because then you'd be massaging your mushrooms and they would get all mushy.
Ooh, yes.
So just the kale and then add the dressing.
Now, with a kale salad, just like with any kind of salad, you could really use any ingredients you want. Today, we have chosen to use some apple.
Beautiful.
We are in the Big Apple, so I want to celebrate that fact. And we're going to use some raisins. We're going to use some onions. Vidalia onions is what we use because they're so sweet that you could almost eat them like an apple. Here, sweetheart. What do you think? It's good.
That doesn't taste like an onion at all.
No, the Vidalia
That is as
one.
sweet as an apple.
You can eat them like an apple.
Oh my god.
It's
Have a little
amazing.
bite.
I have a little bite afterwards. And
That is yummers.
we're
They're
gonna
from
use
Georgia.
You're
some-
from Georgia.
Your mom's from Georgia.
My mom's from, she's not from Georgia.
No, where's she from?
Wisconsin.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
They were big on cheese there,
That's
I
close
hear.
to Georgia.
Yeah, they're pretty big on cheese,
Yeah, that's.
dairy.
But we're gonna veganize Wisconsin.
We're gonna veganize Wisconsin.
That's going to be the goal of today's episode.
One family member at a time.
That's right. So we're gonna also talk about mushrooms today. Now we're very passionate about mushrooms and onions. Mariann, do you want to explain why?
Well, we try as much as we can to follow the health advice of Dr. Joel Furman.
Dr. Furman.
I wouldn't say that we're perfect, but he is my hero.
He's perfect.
Oh, he is
He's
perfect.
as close as you get to perfect.
I like to water saute.
That's right.
Yeah, it's something I talk about
On the podcast.
on the Our Hen House podcast quite frequently. So I've got a pan, I've got water.
And some water.
This is as easy as it gets. I'm just pouring a little bit in the pan, and I'm gonna take these mushrooms that I already cut up, and they're gonna soak up all the water, and they start to taste a little meaty that way. Like
Ooh.
they really add a nice substance. So I'm going to water saute it.
You can really saute without oil.
We actually don't use oil that much in our lives because we like to have our fat from the wholest sources that we can. I have nothing against oil. Don't send me hate mail.
Send
If you
me
want to
hate
use
mail.
oil, it's fine as long as it's vegan. I don't care.
I
For me,
read her hate mail. Anyway, you're fine.
but for us, we find that water sauteing and sometimes sauteing in a little veggie broth is really
Okay.
good. Yeah.
And the sauteing brings out a lot of the benefit of the mushrooms in particular.
Okay.
And the benefits of onions and mushrooms that, according to Dr. Furman, is that they help prevent the growth of blood vessels, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but as a result, they both help prevent people from getting chubby, because you need blood vessels to feed your chubby cells. I know you've been eating your mushrooms and onions, haven't you, honey?
I'm not awfully partial to mushrooms, I won't lie. So what I do is I buy mushrooms and I eat them, but I chop them to Jesus first, so that I don't even have to like chew on them. Because for me, it's just a texture thing.
You do that.
It's just a texture thing, but I figure I still want to get them on my diet because I know they're good for me.
You.
Now, are those going to cook down a little bit too?
These are going to cook down, and you could actually cut them smaller if you want. If I had known that, I would have cut them smaller. But they're going to.
And they're just plain button mushrooms.
Button mushrooms.
You're a plain button mushroom.
So we're also going to add some apple, as I mentioned. I cut up some apple before, but I'm going to cut up another one now, because apples just add a really nice texture, and you could use any kind of apples you want.
Oh my God! There is an apple.
So you like Granny Smith, you said?
I'm partial to organic.
Yeah.
Granny Smith.
These are indeed organic, and they're pink ladies.
You're pink ladies.
Pink ladies.
Your mom's a pink lady.
My mom's mom was a pink lady.
Like I said, you could use anything you want. I like to add raisins because I like the texture that brings. I mean, basically, I think it's Victoria Moran who says that you want your plate to look like a Christmas tree. You want it to be mostly green with lots of different colors involved. So when you're looking at your meals, what does it look like to you? This is going to be mostly green with some red in it from the apple, some white in it from the onions, what color is this?
That's the tinsel.
Yes. So we're going to add the onions to the kale salad.
Okay.
You think I've massaged adequately?
I think we're going to massage a little bit more now with the rest of our ingredients.
Oh, those look so good.
So I poured in the onions, and I'm going to also pour in the apples. So I like to go a little heavy on the apples. We used 2, but you can definitely get away with 1.
Oh, look at that. It's looking like Victoria Moran's Christmas tree. Okay.
I'm going to add some raisins. So these are some beautiful organic raisins, and I'm just going to take a handful and throw them in.
That looks delicious. I'm just going to get you a towel for your hands. Great.
That would be great.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Can we look at these mushrooms?
Oh my gosh!
These cooked down a lot. I might have added a little too much water before, but if I let them cook a little bit more, then they would be completely absorbed. Now, I know you're not that fond of mushrooms, but I'm going to,
Oh, we're going to convert me, aren't we?
I'm going to convert you, but I'm going to go on it first.
Oh. Honey, 1 mushroom a day dramatically decreases your chances of getting breast cancer.
Oh my gosh!
Are you talking about honey's breasts again? It might be hot.
You ain't hot. Do you know why I hate mushrooms?
Why?
The texture.
And?
Love.
Good. It changes the texture when you cook them. Now I know some raw foodists are going to send me hate mail about how I'm...
Send it to me. I read
Send it
her
to
mail.
Honey. But yeah,
I read
right.
her mail. I'm a crazy fan of
I'm
this
going
one.
to...
Oh
you know what? That
God.
means so much to us, by the way, that you listen to our podcast, that you like, because we're big fans of yours.
I don't just listen to your podcast. Here's what we do. I work out to your podcast.
Good.
I do my makeup to your podcast.
Oh.
If I am doing my makeup, I'm in my kitchen at my little makeup desk, and I'm listening to our hen house while my roommate and his friends make fun of me, because they're like, these podcasts of yours, every other word is vegan, 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 animal liberation, lesbian. And I'm like, yes, nothing at all.
That's basically our life. You know, my whole life until now, I have admired you from a distance.
The world looks blue and green,
and now I get to see you.
We weren't going on?
Oh.
Okay.
Now. Whatever happened to synthesizers? Can somebody tell me? What happened?
Cher gave us kazoos.
Kazoo.
Do you believe in life after love? It's so deep that you're leaving. It takes deep to believe it.
My second favorite love outside of Bette Midler.
Oh my God, it gets better.
I want.
Hello.
And my third favorite love.
Hello.
My third favorite love. It goes Bette Midler, Mariann, Bette Midler, nutritional yeast. Now, did you see me on the Dr. Oz show?
I did.
So they cut a lot out of it, which is too bad.
Except her tattoo, because I saw her tattoo.
It peaked a little bit, just a tiny little bit. Now, you're from Wisconsin.
I am
originally.
Outspokenly from Wisconsin.
And so you know cheese. Now, this gives it a cheesiness.
Mm-hmm.
And
you give it a cheesiness.
No, your mom gives it a cheesiness.
My mom's mom gives it a cheesiness.
Does she?
No, she doesn't.
I'm going to pour the nutritional yeast. Now, be generous with your nutritional yeast. Wah, wah, wah. Now, Mariann, can you mix that a little bit? Smell this.
It smells like cheese. It smells like cheese.
This is our kale salad.
Oh my God,
it's
Marie.
It's beautiful. Let's take
Are we
bite.
going to try this?
We're going to take a bite.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
And that was another episode of I mean, Honey LaBronx and
Kumbaya. Doritos needs to get on this flavor. Doritos kale salad. I can see it now.
I can too.
Oh my God.
It really is good. It's really easy.
Oh my God, I love mushrooms now.
I can.
Oh my God, Marie. I need another fork.
Oh, you lost your fork.
Where did it go?
It went to Jesus. It went up to baby Jesus. I swear
It
to.
went to Jesus.
Oh my God. You know how haters want to hate?
Yeah. Oh,
it's what they do.
That's what they do.
I want to hate on mushrooms, and I will tell you. Head over to the stove and add the mushrooms to this, because no one hates mushrooms more than I hate mushrooms. But when you water saute them, the texture becomes delicious and palatable. The flavor is earthy, meaty. This is incredible.
And they're so good for you.
I can't wait to make this for people.
Everyone has to eat at least one mushroom a day. One mushroom a day can make a difference.
Family photo. And that's that.
And this is Christmas.
Beautiful.
Christmas
So
in July.
why don't you just quickly tell our viewers, while I eat some kale salad here, why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about our hen house and tell them why it's my favorite podcast.
So our hen house, which you can find at ourhenhouse.org, we are a nonprofit and we like to bring activism back to you so that we can all get excited about changing the world for animals. We're a multimedia hub of opportunities for doing that, and we have a very strong bent on the arts and on legal means, and we like everyone to just get really jazzed up about going out there and creating change in their own lives in a way that makes sense. We have a podcast, as you mentioned. Every week we have a different hour-long episode.
Mariann, aren't you two taking off?
We are.
Tomorrow?
We're just about to make our cross-country trek to Portland, Oregon.
Portland!
Just for 6 months.
Yes.
They're not leaving
No, we're
us.
coming back.
We're coming back, but for 6 months I will be a guest professor at Lewis and Clark University Law School. I'll be teaching animal law and animals in agriculture. And they have a wonderful program focusing on animals and the law at Lewis and Clark. So I'm pretty excited. And Rose is really excited.
I was just going to ask, speaking of animals, Rose is coming with you?
Rose is our pit bull. She is the best dog on earth. It's amazing that we wound up with the best dog on earth, but we did, and she's coming.
Well, thank you so
Thank you.
much for coming on my
so
show
fun.
today.
It was our pleasure.
We love you. We love everything you're about. We love everything you do. We love that you're out there fighting the good fight, spreading the good word.
We love the way you dress.
We
Thank
love your
you.
clothes.
I'm sorry I kept that memo from Jasmin about wearing orange.
I know, the orange.
today. Well, thank you again
Thank
so
you,
much.
darling.
Mwah. Mwah. And
I'm gonna take this.
I'm just going to hang on to
I'm
that
just
for
gonna
you right
grab that
here.
for
Yes,
you
we
right
do. Oh, God. I'm melting. I'm melting. Oh, God. What a salad. What a salad. Oh. And cut.
Can we talk about my second favorite love outside of Bette Midler?
Oh my God, it gets better.
I want to
Hello?
And my third favorite love.
Hello?
My third favorite love. It goes Bette Midler, Mariann, Bette Midler, nutritional yeast.
You are in the same company as Bette Midler Nutritional Yeast.
Mariann's amazing.
Bette Midler is in the same company.
Can I actually
for that?
Very good. Just
Oh.
that was good. Thank you. I made up.
Number one.
Yes.
Number one.
Number
Then
two, Bette Midler.
Bette Midler.
Number three, this.